Come on, camera, activate. I'm still gonna have to bend down a little bit like this. Still haven't gotten my arm, but I hear it's on the way. But I did get a new little thing for my computer to boost up, so that's pretty cool. And we are going live because there is some action going on here on the streets. We'd be following those chases. And it looks like it might be towards the end of yep, looks like it ended here. We'll check it out really quick, see what's going on. But I do have a couple new Bigfoot reports added to some of the databases we've been checking out. So we'll get into that as well. And big up to Star Fox. We did a little recording earlier tonight and was just hanging out over at Midwest Night Watchers. They do their usual live stream. And let's check here. I guess we could watch some of this. Why not? We'll do a recap. I guess it's over. It just ended right now. But we'll go ahead and watch this, warm up, and then we'll get into some of that Bigfoot news. And we got someone in the chat. Juliana, what up? This just ended, so we're just recapping right quick. Let's see. What's no speech? Jinx myself. No, we got it. But this is a replay. Might as well. It's still hot off. It just ended right now. So, and it's not too long of a chase. And how are you doing this evening? There's Bim Jim. Yeah, this is Bim Jim says he's from the country. This is city stuff. Appreciate that message, Bim Jim. Yeah, what was that? That was that short we posted the other night. Some action outside of the shop. Um, yeah, a guy was getting hemmed up there. He was in a Beamer, and I guess he was having car trouble, and he was he was stuck in the road there, but he was there for a long time. But there was some other stuff going on at the gas station, and then all of a sudden, sheriff swarmed, as you've seen there, and a grand rising to you, Dragonfly. What up, cowboy? Yeah, welcome everybody. We just missed this one right now. We're hanging out with Geralt, and I got a notification on Citizen as they were ending their live stream, and I was gonna let them know, like, "Hey, there's a chase going on," but I checked right when they ended their stream, and it had already been on for about 15 minutes. And I'm like, "All right, let's go live. This is a reason to go live. Check out some live action here." And let's see, where were they? They were out in the valley, San Fernando Valley, and yeah, it ended right as I was hitting record and everything. So you could hit one of these. We tried. We tried. Yep. Bim Jim says fun, fun, fun until yo daddy takes the T-bird away. Yeah, or someone gets seriously hurt, which happens. So, these things are no joke, very serious, but we we comment and sometimes funny things happen. Like that person not standing in the street and not on the sidewalk. Y'all see that? That is crazy. It's like, bro, don't you see? I'm sure he sees a chopper spotlight and he's off the sidewalk there. But anyway, luckily nothing happened to him. And yeah, but even recently, my brother sent me some stuff. He's always recording things because he's always zipping around the city, and he captures quite a few things. Some of the stuff I've posted, I think, is for members only. Uh, has been footage that he's captured, and he showed me some recent one. And I'll tell you, one of them, it was all bad. It was a couple of looked like some nice breed dogs, possibly the same breed, and they were pretty big. My brother said that they were huskies, but he was zipping by the freeway, and they were goners, two of them. Like, and the first thing that came to my mind, maybe they jumped out of the back of a truck or something like that. Who knows? But that wasn't good. So I don't think I'll be sharing that. And then he showed what was the other one? He's always sending me stuff. It's crazy. And I share it with y'all most of the time. So some little member perks there. You get some behind the scenes action. Nah, nah, long time no see. Hey, missed you long time. Wait, hold on. What am I saying here? Missed you long ongoing story, but I'm glad to see you. Right on. Man, throat's all groggy. I got me some drink though. What's camera? Right here. Supposed to follow me. Maybe it's because I got the new so I got this little thing to hold the computer here. So I have the computer nicely tilted. So the camera's probably wondering, why is he pointing down like that? But it's because my mic is down here. But there is an arm on the way, folks. I had to take advantage of what was it, Cyber Monday? Anyone do the any Black Friday shopping? Sometimes you got to take advantage of those, especially if you're into gadgets and stuff like that. They got your stuff marked out. Might as well strike while the iron's hot, right? Yeah, thank you. What up, Kaiju? What's the craziest thing you've seen outside your shop? Oh, let's see. We got footage of this. It was a slow speed chase. And there's a guy at the corner of the shop right at the gas station. And some dark stuff's happened at the gas station recently. We talked about that. Some unaliving. But there's a guy that stands there and he sells tejuino. You'll have to look that up. It's a Mexican drink, and so this slow speed chase is happening. And at the time, I think they had the gas station fenced up because they were doing some sort of work there. And the cops were behind this. It was a lady, I think a lady and a guy. But anyway, the video's posted on the channel here. And she ended up driving up on the sidewalk, could have took a Tejuino man out, and she like crashed into the fence, but it happened pretty slow. So it wasn't like this crazy accident, but still, it was pretty gnarly. He could have taken him out. So I think that was pretty intense there. Let's see. Juliana's been camping in the barn since Turkey Day. Right on. Raining piggies. Gonna crash before my next round. Maybe you'll still be on after my power nap. Right on. Cheers. Enjoy the nap. And yeah, congratulations on the new piggies. Good evening. Let's see. Why are we getting these bars here? Who knows? Anyway, we'll jump into these Bigfoot reports. Anyone check out these reports on the BFRO lately? They've added some new ones. One was updated, and I was checking today. And also, Bigfoot Mapping Project has a couple of new little green dots there, so we'll peep that out. And yeah, I'm looking kind of funny. Let's see. What up, Rid? Did you peep the chase, bro? Were you over on a smoking scan watching it? Yeah, everything blessed, brother. Good to see you. So let's see here, right quick. I know it's late. Don't want to keep y'all hostage too long. Let's see, where are we? Let's go ahead and get into the BFRO here. So go ahead and click the recent reports, and here we go. Let's see. Washington, Mason County. Kaiju. Is that anywhere near you? Are you familiar with Mason County? Sounds like your neck of the woods, possibly. And it's a Class A sighting. And it says, woman observes a Sasquatch walk up to a dock ramp and into the woods on Harstein Island. Wow. Let's see what the details are here. So it's a throwback. from 2001, and the season was summer. August, the date was the 15th, Washington State, Mason County. And they're the GPS coordinates. If anyone wants to geek out on that stuff, that's cool that they provide that. And then let's see, Gerald's Cove State Park. So it's a state park. And nearest town is Shelton, Washington. And let's see here. Observed August 15th, 2001. I was living on a boat moored at Gerald's Cove Marina on Harstein Island, Washington. At about 4 a.m., my puppy woke me up to needing to go potty. I took her to the back deck of our 77-foot 1940s Coast Guard cutter, where we had a water to Gerald's Cove State Park. Wait, hold on. Where we had a potty area. Sorry, I skipped a line there. Set up for her. That's nice. She kept barking and didn't pee. Finally, I looked where she was looking across the small body of water to Gerald's Cove State Park. There, under the lights that came on every night, lit up the marine park, floating dock, and stairway, was a large black Sasquatch. Yikes. Walking up the stairs. Wow. I was hearing I think it was a STM earlier today. I had one where supposedly one was like train hopping, hobo squatch. And where are we? Walking up the stairs. Wow. It was about 8 feet tall and was methodically kind of slowly walking up the stairs, watching his step. His back was to me. I'm sure he heard the puppy barking, but he didn't turn around or pay any attention to it. I couldn't distinguish a neck. Maybe hair was preventing me from seeing that. His arms were too long proportionately, not the same proportion as a human arms to body height. I could clearly see glistening muscles on his right thigh in the light over the stairs. The hair was a bit sparse there. I got the impression he had probably shed some and had his light summer coat on. The skin was black on his thigh as well as his hands. His hair was black. I watched him walk up the stairs along the walkway until he came to the land. Then he took 3 casual strides and disappeared into the evergreen forest. I watched him for about 15 seconds. Wow. Super cool visual there. I see why, I guess. Yeah, class A. Why not? Let's see here. Also noticed after my son told me what his friend said, we took a little tender boat over to the Gerald's Cove State Park. I walked to the end of the walkway to the forest, taking biggest strides I could. It took me 15 long strides at 5'5" to get to the forest edge. It took the Sasquatch 3 relaxed, casual strides. That's usually, what people report when you hear the road crossings. Is usually people say about 3 steps. And the time I seen this figure go across the road, it seemed like I didn't see it go completely across, but the first part of the highway it seemed to cross it pretty quick also. So I totally get when people say that. See, 3 relaxed, casual strides to go the same distance. In Gerald's Cove State Park, 395 East Wingert Road, Shelton, Washington. And see other witnesses. A second witness came forward 3 days later. He had gotten up early to fish when he saw what he reported below. All right, let's see. So, other witness. I didn't say anything about what I saw. I knew my husband would laugh at me. 3 days later, my 10-year-old son told me that his friend told him that since his family was going to be leaving Sunday morning, the day I saw the Sasquatch, he got up really early to do some fishing before he had to go. He told my son he saw something black swimming in the water. Ooh, yeah, here we go. Super interesting, these swimming reports. And it's not the first one I've heard. I've heard quite a few of them. And I hear they're good swimmers. He got up really early to do some fishing before he had to go. Let's see. He thought it was a seal, but then it went to the other side of the water, to the Gerald Cove State Park, and walked out of the water, then proceeded to walk up the stairs. Wow. Again. Or I wonder if that was the same sighting or was the Sasquatch going up the stairs again. Down the long ramp walkway and disappeared into the woods. My son's friend saw the same thing I saw. I just came in at the part when the Sasquatch was walking up the stairs. I'm not sure why I'm telling you this after all these years. Whoa. See other stories. I read some after experiencing this of one looking at kids' windows or window several times and of log knocking sounds. Time and conditions about 4 a.m. Ooh, 20 minutes before 4:20. All right. See, night lights over the dock and stairs making him very visible. Maybe a quarter moon in the sky, summer night, good visibility, nice weather. Sweet. Environment evergreen, Douglas fir forest. And all right, we got some mappage here. And I could jump into the chat here. Sorry, I was reading there, so I couldn't see the chat. Let's see. Apparently, Tyler Bounds is familiar with that area, says Kaiju. In the BFRO report, he commented on Matt Moneymaker's post about this sighting report. Wow, interesting. Can you imagine fishing and see a Sasquatch swim? Oh gosh. Yeah, would you throw another line in or would you immediately pull your line out? Sheesh. Now, let's take a look at the map here. Whoops. So there's Olympia, you can see Tacoma, there's Seattle up there. And just so many reports from this area. It's not surprising. So super cool to check that out. Here's a let's see, Class A sightings of a Sasquatch August. So this one's it right there. And you can see all these look at that, all that water around there. And a lot of greenery too. So there again, the some of the major or bigger cities. Not too far. And there's that 5 freeway. Yep. And there's Harrison Island. All right. A little better view there. A lot of little islands there. Never been up that way. Hopefully Kaiju invites me here soon. And of course, here's the follow-up report also, I think. Oh yeah, look. Nice view. I guess are those the steps there? This is a view of the dock from the state park side of the cove. Right on. Cool. New, well, new to us. Who knows how long they've had that report? I hear the public reports, or there's private reports that don't get released out to the public. And let's see. I'd let him have the fish. Yeah. Yeah. Always leave a, that's what I've heard before. Always leave a fish for Sasquatch. Might want to leave too, depending on how many are around. But yeah, always leave a fish for Sasquatch. And let's hop on over to, let's see here. Where you at? Bigfoot Mapping Project. Boom. There it is. So we got two new green dots that I noticed. One's way out east. Looks like, anyone want to guess? What do you think? Is it New York, Pennsylvania? And then this one right over here under Iowa. Sure, Jeremiah might be excited about that one. And if it's 420, I'd leave something else. Ha ha! Like that. Kaiju. Where is our. Yes. All right, let's peep out these new green dots here. We did touch on these blue ones recently. As I zoom in here, all right, there's Massachusetts. Ah, that's where the Bridgewater Triangle is, right? Let's see what it says here. Date and time of sighting 11/15/94. So throwback 3:15 a.m. Vocalizations, no description of the height. In the second week of November 1994, what were you doing then? I was bow hunting in Holly State Forest with a friend. It was an annual trip during the second week of November. That year, I placed my portable climbing stand near a dirt road besides an old apple tree that was still dropping fruit. Uh oh. We know Bigfoot like them apples, especially them Washington apples. What do you think? Granny Smith or maybe like a pink lady? The ground around it showed heavy deer activity, and a swamp lay just behind the tree. My friend set his stand across the road about a quarter mile away up a hill. It had snowed overnight and was still dark when we reached our stands about an hour before daylight. The woods were completely still. Roughly 30 minutes after settling in without any warning, an enraged, deafening roar. Yikes. Let's see. Enraged, deafening roar. Where are you at? Did that work, folks? Okay, let's see. Ripped. We know our buddy Wildman likes that word. Through the forest, it was deep, powerful, and unlike any animal sound I had ever heard. I felt it slam into my chest, and we hear that a lot. You know, people feel it in the chest, it vibrates. That is wild. The hair on my neck stood straight up. Hear that a lot too. I froze in absolute fear. Yikes. Didn't see any Bigfoot, didn't see no footprints, no wood knocks. The roar lasted somewhere between 5 and 7 seconds, then stopped as suddenly as it began. After that, the forest went completely silent. No sound, no movement at all. Even though I was 15 feet up in a tree, I did not feel safe. Time seemed to slow, and every second dragged by as I sat there listening, straining to hear anything return to normal. About 30 minutes later, I saw my friend walking down the dirt road toward me. I immediately climbed down and asked if he had heard the sound. His expression changed. He said he didn't know what it was, but that we needed to leave the area. When I tried to talk about it further, he refused, and instead we move on to a new location. He was a very experienced hunter, and his reaction alone told me that something wasn't right. And there's a couple additional comments. At the time, I had never heard of Bigfoot encounters on the East Coast, and there wasn't much information available. But in recent years, after learning how many sightings and reports there have been, I have often wondered if that could explain what we heard. In previous years hunting in that same forest, I found piles of deer remains and strange tree structures that looked like crude teepees made of heavy logs and branches deep in the woods, far away from any trail or campsite. I always assumed they were man made, but the location and effort never made sense. My friend was later badly injured and was never able to hunt again. I eventually moved away and never returned to that area, but the memory of that sound has stayed with me. To this day, I have never heard anything else like it. Ha. Cool report there. And let's zoom in a little closer, see if we could pinpoint the location. All right, I see a King's Corner, Plainfield. There's Baptist Corner, Windsor, Windsor State Forest. Yeah, very cool. Massachusetts. And let's see, where's that second blue dot? Gotta zoom out a little bit. Where'd they go? Uh oh. Yeah, let's see. What's the chat saying? Yeah, the love the orchards here. Yep, I bet. Yeah, even apparently here in Fresno County, there's reports out of the orchards there. Lots of reports of them raiding orchards. Yep. We get it down here too, man. That's super. I mean, wouldn't you if you were out in the wild and needed some food? Oh man. Dude, hearing the roar is nuts like a lion T Rex. And Kaiju, feel free to post any links you got to any audio. Kaiju has some amazing audio called the chorus, I believe, right? And it's like a chorus of Sasquatches in the woods. It was some of the most amazing, I think, if not the most amazing audio I've ever heard. And yeah, really good stuff. Where could we find your stuff, Kaiju? Because I don't think you don't post on your channel, do you? How do we find Kaiju and his findings and his explorations? Is there a way to do that? And if not, it's all good, brother. All right. The green dot has popped up. Here we go. And excuse my voice if it gets groggy every once in a while. All right, Missouri. Right on, Missouri. Yeah, we were just pulling up. I think the other night I pulled up an article. It was recent articles, and I have a few more pulled up here, but I will not read them tonight because we're doing quite a bit of reading already. And I'm sure y'all don't want to hear me read anymore. Jefferson City, I see nearby Columbia, Missouri. I know we got friends out there. Paranormal Paul, is this anywhere near you? And we got the blondes and some of the blondes and booze ladies out there. Who else is out in Missouri? Fairy Frequency. Yeah, we got some friends out that way. See, date and time of sighting 2/19/21. So all these sightings have been throwbacks, which is cool. I'm totally good with that. Some people finally either find the guts to share their story or finally find a database that they feel comfortable enough with or something, something compels them to finally maybe they feel more comfortable that the topics talked about more and people are sharing a lot more. Hmm. 8.5 foot, no vocalization, no sex description either. And it says, I was exploring Hinkson Creek, and they love them creeks, creek devils. Hinkson Creek in the Hinkson Woods Conservation Area at Twin Lakes, Columbia, Missouri, and just enjoying the unusually warm weather for the February when I approached a bend in the creek and everything was completely quiet. And there you go again. They explained that on the last report. We hear that a lot. I started to turn the bend, but stopped because I had a very bad feeling and smelled a pretty foul smell. Oof. I was describing the smell situation. It happened at Bluff Creek this July. I was mentioning doing a little recording with Star Fox earlier tonight. You know, Star Fox is more of a dog man type of thing. So it kind of gets me off guard when I go over and do shows with him, but it's all good. I did my best. I was a little rusty, but all good. But yeah, the foul smell and hearing that a lot more these days too, people reporting the smell. And I think it was last night I was listening to again Creek Devil, uh William Jevning and them. And who did they have on? I think I don't know if it was Dixie Cryptid or it's a big YouTube channel. I think it was Dixie. But they were talking about how John Green, I think Jevning was describing John Green back in the day, really didn't get that many smell reports, that it seemed to have been more of a thing that maybe the media was kind of like, I don't know, if making up, something along those lines, but that now you hear more of these reports with smells. And I'm not saying the thing I smelled at Bluff Creek was Bigfoot, but I think if uh, Bigfoot has a smell, it probably smelled like that. Yeah, it was a sewer smell on one night, and on this, it was like 2 nights or a night or two later. Then it was like a really like a bad, almost like a bad breath smell is what it was. It was hardcore. It was kicking. Let's see here. Where did we end here? So he turned the bend and got this foul smell. And I told myself I was being unreasonable and turned the bend when I saw it. I was undeniably, or it was undeniably Bigfoot. Yeah. Standing at the edge of the water facing the woods. It was around 8 to 9 feet tall with grayish spots scattered on it. Interesting. I stopped and crouched down as to not spook or alert this giant creature, but I could feel that it was aware of me. Oof. No bueno. Maybe. It never looked at me, so I could never get a good look at its face. But it walked into the woods and I quickly left. And yes, it did leave footprints, and it was brown with silver tones. Interesting. Interesting description there. So, yeah. Big thank you to the Bigfoot Mapping Project and BFRO for letting us use their database there. Anyone still in the chat? What up, brother Nighthawk? Yeah. Do you think all the earthquake and volcano activity is making them come out more often? Very possible. I think if that activity is happening, yeah, it would activate not only our normal wildlife, but it'd probably stir everything else up. And salute to you, brother Nighthawk. All right, let's see. Bim Jim says, I think the BFs are friends with the aliens. What do you think? Yeah, very possible. I'm wanting to check out, anyone check out a David Politis's new documentary? And they premiered it up in Washington. I'm not sure if you made that kaiju, but I know what is it? PNW Rush on YouTube. I found their card at Bluff Creek at the little sign in. They have a little water bottle where everyone signs in, and they left the card there. So I took a picture of the card. It had a QR code, and I was able to follow their YouTube channel. So I followed their stuff, and I know him and his buddy Glenn. Cool name, Glenn. Made it out to the premiere there, and he posted a little short video. And greetings to you, Sharon. Welcome in. Not sure if you caught those Bigfoot reports, but we just read a few reports recently submitted to a couple of websites. So if interested, or anyone interested, go ahead. Feel free to rewind after this. And what's up, Ninja Dave? Whoopsh. See, jungle rot is what the park ranger said it was, just mold and fungus from freezing. Are you talking about stick structures? Could it be a bear or wild boar? Not sure what we're talking about here. And there's Roger.
Roger that.
Is the bar and grill open, Roger? Could the chat order up? Yeah. So I'm interested in checking out I hear it's out on Amazon, out on Amazon, out on Amazon. Yeah, out on Amazon, but I heard it's like 15 bucks. My buddy was like, yeah, yeah, it's out, but it's $15. So it made me feel like maybe that's kind of expensive. I'm not sure. I don't really watch movies on Amazon, but we actually paid to watch the UFO connection, missing 411, the UFO connection. Saw it with my brother and his wifey and everything. That was fun. But yeah, is it worth should we check it out like that? Or is there somewhere we could go check it out other ways? Let me know. Just don't tell Dave. Just kidding, Dave. Dave will get on the case. Sick of not feel. Oh, bummer, bro. We're gonna send healing vibes to you, brother Roger. And yeah, whatever it is, I'm not sure, but it seems to be going around. Several people that have been by the shop have not been feeling well. And I'm like, well, don't be near me, bro. Thanks for telling me. Yeah, I don't want to go down because when I go down, it goes down hard. But yeah, we'll be sending healing vibes your way, brother Roger. And let's see. So yeah, that was popping off. So the new what is it? American Sasquatch, I believe is the name. Should we check it out? Yeah, apparently it's on Amazon. There we go. Amazon Prime, says Kaiju. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm interested. I'd check it out. It would have been fun to make the premiere. And if I did make the premiere, I'd have to. Oh yeah, we got a thumbs up. Someone put a thumbs up. What's up? I've seen that. How'd that happen? All of a sudden, a thumbs up popped up right here, and the camera is not doing. Earlier, it was doing our effects, but I guess no effects right now. Oh yeah, we could sending you some love, Roger, and everyone else in chat, and everyone else watching this later. But I don't know why that thumbs up just popped up, and how and why did that happen? I want to know. It's all the spraying in the oh man, yeah, bro. They've been at it again, and I've been noticing for a while there. I kind of fell off. I was recording and I was watching daily because I was doing a whole lot of sky watching outside of the shop and everything, and you couldn't help to notice all the spraying. So of course I was focusing on the spraying, and it stopped for a while, and of course the activity outside of the sky. Someone recently left a message saying that supposedly they used to fill up these metal helium, I think is what they said, like these metallic spheres. Basically, they commented on one of these orb videos that I was recording outside of the shop and saying that they used to release them from like San Bernardino County. and they got into quite a bit of details in the comment. So we'll have to pull that up. I'll find it and we'll pull it up again because it might be some answers to what those objects were. Anyway, all that activity has really slowed down. But yeah, no, the spraying I'm noticing again, and of course we see the weather change too. You know, at times they can make the other day they had sprayed, and then we got a bunch of. It didn't seem like a bunch of water that had came down that rained, but I guess statistically they were saying like it was a whole lot. I don't know if we broke records or something like that, but it seemed like a lot of water they were saying. But anyway, there goes the train. All aboard. Y'all have your tickets. Let's see. I'll be quiet. Anyway, I guess just one choo choo. And let's see, Roger, I always take the ginger. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ginger and mint hard candy helps. Yep. You know what else helps me with the nausea? But yeah, here ginger, that's a good thing if you're out in the field. I was thinking the other day, someone was mentioning ginger. There we go. The movie is $20, high definition, 15 for the SD. And I heard that there was some sort of a typo, but they were able to, I guess, troubleshoot and get that fixed or whatever. Yeah, to carry some. What's up, Juanito? To carry some ginger in the field. You know, if you're out bigfooting or whatever, looking for cryptids or UFOs, aliens, whatever. Because people report of being zapped and feeling, getting a bad feeling or feeling nauseous and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe the ginger could help in those moments. Something natural, something good. And make sure it's organic. Let's see. There's Richard, bro. Go to How to Hunt channel and look at the new video. Yeah. Steve Isdall. All right, we'll check that out. For a moment there, I was checking out Steve for a long time. I'm familiar with what he does over there and everything, but then I've fallen off too. It's like I don't know. I just wanted to hear reports from somewhere else. Good to see you too, Juanito. And there's a link there. All right, is that a link for? Can't tell what it is, but hopefully I'll click that later. I'll go back and click that. And salute to Diesel. He's left Ginger's gifts. That's a nice gift, bro. Thank you. I'm sure they appreciate it. Not sure why I said thank you, but thank you. I'll take some ginger. I love gingerbread. You ever catch the gingerbread man? Oh man. I finally caught the gingerbread man up here at it was up in what was it, Big Bear? Yeah, Big Bear. I think it used to be where Santa's Village was. I remember Santa's Village. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, a link. All right, cool. A link to the trailer. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely check the trailer out. And yeah, I guess maybe tomorrow at the shop I can get a few guys to pitch in and then maybe we'll order it at the shop. Have some random people, hey, you want to pitch in for a doc? Put a jar out for the American Sasquatch viewing. Gingerbread man. So yeah, I caught the gingerbread man and he was tasty. Gingerbread man on Shrek. Not the candy buttons. I like candy buttons. Is that the ones with the little? It's on the white sheet of paper, and it's like a bunch of little colorful dots. Something about that candy. Santa's Village is in the North Pole, so maybe it was Santa's hood out here in Southern California. Sorry about that, Richard. Santa's hood. Are you still eating waffles? Anyone having waffles? I had one the other day just because Sharon is in Belgium somewhere. So I always think of waffles. And who doesn't love a good waffle, right? And I actually came across one the other day. I was like, yes. And I thought of Sharon. And I happened to go live that day. We're hanging out in Pasadena. And I was like, Sharon, I got the waffle. Too bad I didn't have some like grade A maple syrup. Where my Canadians at? Y'all need to send me some scissor from that A grade. Yeah. How to hunt now. Should we pull it up? Is that what you're saying? Are you requesting that we pull up the video now? I guess we could try and do that. Let's see. Give me 1 second. The dwarf will try. Yeah, what else? Bigfoot news. I know there's some other stuff I wanted to bring up. Let's see. How to hunt. And let's pull up his channel here. Let's see what Richard is talking about. See if we could figure it out. I'm trying, Richard. Maybe give me some more details. Let's see. Unreal speed of upright being ripping across cliff face in broad daylight. And I think this is what Richard is talking about. Let's peep it out. Hopefully this is it, Richard. And I see it there. All right. Heads up. Let's make this a little bigger. Here we go. There's Senor Isdal. All right. He says it's going to blow us away. Y'all get ready. Buckle in. And let's see. Where's Dwarf? There I is. Camera. Activate. All right, we're checking out a video here. Do we have to watch the whole thing? No. Let's see. His videos are usually like an hour. Let's see. So we're going to skip through this and hopefully find. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. Heads up. Thank you, Richard, for the heads up. We got some eye candy to check out. There we go. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. What do you think, Kaiju? Diesel? Bim Jim? Bim Jim. Oh, wow. Lives near Isdal. Wow. This is pretty amazing. And it's nice and blurry too, just like how I like my Bigfoot quality. So I think it's pretty to me, it looks legit. And I'm not gonna say like AI or anything. I don't think so. I think if it were AI, they'd make it look a lot more realistic. And I've seen videos like this where it just looks like and could it just be a guy dressed in black? Just really ripping through the hills there? Yep. Yep. I agree. Right on, Nighthawk. Burning Man. I heard Burning Man got gnarly this year. I mean, I'm sure it gets gnarly every year, but yeah, there was an unaliving. I think one dude was shocked also somehow. Yeah, because there was like it got all muddy and stuff, and yeah, it got all weird and mm, yeah, never been to Burning Man. I had lots of friends that would go. Bigfoot be like, I don't run downhill, I run up it, run up and pump up, man. Yeah, very interesting footage, man. I wonder. I gotta listen to check out the details. If you know any of the details, I'd like to. Yeah, let us know in the chat. And I'm sure it was probably a viewer that sent it in to Isdal. And yeah, pretty yeah, no trees around there. I wonder where this is. Looks like some caves or something up there, but no real cover. And that black definitely pops uh in that background. You would think maybe the colored of they'd be the color of the area there. But yeah, maybe just passing through. Awesome footage, says Richard. Yeah, I like it, even if it's not real. This was a good one. Thank you, Richard, for bringing that up. Let's see. Interesting for sure. Why would someone run that fast on the mountain? Yep. Maybe he's headed for the border. Where's Si Senor? And that's one thing I've learned. They say never to point, if you're having a Bigfoot activity or you're having a sighting, and naturally you want to be able to point, because especially if there's people around you, you want to be able to, you know, pinpoint the subject. But they say, yeah, you don't want to do that because it may alert them that they've been pinpointed. Let's see, the guy filming just randomly stopped and had a feeling to film and zoom enough to catch it. Let's see, is that the story? All right, there it is. Cool. So it was a short video. Thank goodness. Oh, we did skip through quite a bit of it. Right on. Okay. Yes, sir. Tartar sauce, what'd he say? He's running from Portland trying to get to the to the bend. To the bend where? Bend, Oregon, or so what you doing next, dwarf? See. I forgot to put this warning up before we played the video. It's my little warning for when we show videos like that. It's a warning because it'll probably be blurry. Yeah, Bigfoot was on my mic right now. It'll probably be hard to see. Let's see. So what else do we got? So there were a few articles. I showed a few last time. We also showed Bigfoot Society. If you go to their website, they got the map where you could actually use like Google version. So it'll have all the reports they got listed there, all pinned up. And you can actually tap the pin here on the side, I think, and it'll pull you up pretty close to the location as well, if not straight up to the pin. But yeah, I've been slowly geeking out on the website over there. So thank you again, Jeremiah. We love maps and visuals and stuff, and dropping the man. Y'all know what? Y'all heard that term before? So like dropping the man like that when you zoom in. Or they'll say dropping the guy or putting the guy down. Anyway, what else we got? I know there's something else. It always happens to me. There is something, and I'm going to kick myself when I get off of here. and it's pertaining to Bigfoot. Let's see. So we touched on the documentary. Mm, oh yeah, look, I got these new little microphones for the phone. You know how TikTokers be with the little mic. Figure it might come in handy if you're doing interviews out in the open. And today, some dude came in, and he's a boxer, but he was selling chocolates. I guess maybe to raise funds for maybe what he does. And he's going to be having a fight later this week or something like that. And yeah, he showed me his Instagram and everything. He's legit. And he's like, "Oh, well, the conversation led to because I had my studio set up. He's like, "Oh, you do interview, I was like, "Yeah, but some whole other stuff." I didn't tell him exactly what the topic. He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm open for interviews and all that too." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. So who knows? We might be interviewing a up and coming boxer here." What? Wiener mics. Ah, all right. Is that what they call them? And I went with the Cyber Monday. I did it on Cyber Monday, and I got an arm too, folks. So eventually, I'm repeating it again. And I went with the road. I was trying to go with the road. Roads are expensive, and I had to do some shopping around to find something affordable. And I was able to find something, but they were pulling stuff. There was stuff I had in my cart that I was like, "Oh my god, we got something," and they were pulling it, and it was like, "You got to find something else." Like, what the hell? You guys have that happen to you? But anyway, $8 for these little wiener mics, and yeah, my brother's like, "What's up? Did you get the road mics?" I was like, "Nope." Road mics, I think were like 80 or 80 something. I was like, "Nah, I think I'll go with the 8." Save me a few dollars, and we'll see how they turn out. They might be able to do the job. And in the future, we'll upgrade to the road. Yes, Bigfoot likes lasagna. Who doesn't like lasagna? Lasagna, mamma mia. Mike Tyson doesn't? That'd be shocking. But then again, I don't know. Mike could be a little strange. Yeah, so I'm not remember. Oh yeah, we could get a little eye candy, I guess, before we bounce. Let's head on up to. Let's go somewhere. Oh, any here we go. Here we go. Any any gaming heads out there? I need help with this because we got, let's see. So we got the Bigfoot Life game, and I think I might have figured it out, but I might need someone's help at some point. I found a way to be able to play Mac games on, Windows games on Mac. That's how that's how I'm supposed to say it. And yeah, I'm excited about that Bigfoot Life game. It looks super fun, and it'd be cool to stream, few minutes on here with y'all. Play a few rounds of Bigfoot Life. Why not? So hopefully soon we'll be getting that going. You got the Bigfoot, yeah, bro. I purchased it, but I have not figured out how to be able to play it on a Mac because it's a Windows game. And I recently got something, and I think I paid for this service too. And it's supposedly a new service that's supposed to help you play games, uh, Windows games on Mac. So, and I'm not, dude. I'm the worst on computers, and even gadgets and stuff. I'm learning. I'm learning. Do the best I can. And hopefully we get that going too. So what else did I want to show right quick? There is some I shared the timestamps of this, and keep an eye out. There's gonna be a little, and I don't think it's lens flare because I don't think I was even right here. You could see a little dot right up here. I didn't spot that before. Y'all see that? I'm gonna play this, but at one point, a white object zips by the tail end of this osprey, and let's peep it. It's vid. Where's my audio, bro? Here we go. I'm not sure why it's not playing any audio, but okay. And I'll play it again. Y'all see that? What do you think? Lens flare, UFO. One more again in case you missed it. And I gotta see what that little dot was. There it goes. And that was outside of the shop. So I guess there has been some possible activity again. And the military flyovers have stopped a whole lot too. But yeah, we got an osprey the other day. I'm waiting for Snoop to drop by. Doggy dog. What up, Woo Reezy? Did we wake you up again? Did you all of a sudden get a notification? Did you see anything, tartar sauce? Did you spot something? Did it go by fast? Hopefully you got to see that. Oh, Kaiju, you saw it? Cool, bro. Yeah, I always worry, for some of my Bigfooter friends, when I post some of this like weird objects, some of my titles, you'll see I put straight up UFO, UAP, or whatever, however I feel about it. Um, so when I post those types of videos, I'm like, oh no, they're probably thinking I mean, y'all probably already know I'm off the deep end, but y'all probably think like, oh, there he goes deeper off the end again. Yeah, not sure what it is, and I could send you the video. It's a short little clip. Uh, yeah, man. How do we? I must have your email still because you've sent me stuff before, and we'll have to. We still have. I'm saving that audio that you went through, Kaiju, and I really appreciate you for doing that, bro. Believe me. Um, we'll have to play that. I don't know. I don't think we did play it yet, but we'll have to play that stuff on the live stream. Some interesting audio I had gotten here locally in the foothills over at Haunted Forest. It's called Haunted Forest here. Well known. Look it up. Haunted Forest, Pasadena or Altadena, Southern California. And it's got a lot of history there, paranormal stuff. And we've read a Bigfoot report that was off the Bigfoot Encounters website. And I think that's a pretty good source there. And it's a throwback. It's an old Bigfoot report, and there's a couple just right in the Pasadena foothills area here, and I've heard of other reports in the foothills around here, so it's super cool. Uh, and yeah, I did want to share this also right quick. Look, y'all got to see this. So I'm talking about the foothills here, and we get a lot of wildlife that comes off the foothills, and there's been this bear. We get a lot of the bears, and there's been a lot of videos of them lately, but check out this guy. This guy's been living, they say he's like 500-pound plus living under this dude's house, bro. Whoa. Imagine that thing under your house. And the crawl space is super tiny, but that the bear could get in and out. Oh my goodness. Uh see, I think they show a little more here, but yeah, the homeowner's definitely startled, and that's right here in Altadena. And Altadena is where it recently burned. Here we had the Palisades fire in the beginning. It's almost a year now, going on a year. Uh, Altadena is one of those areas that got burned, so they suspect, even though the bears come down the foothills, but more of them are probably sleep because there's another one that was sleeping under a lady's deck. There's been several of these, but this one's a big boy. And, yeah, right? Look at that one. Yeah, the bear's chilling with the coyote on that one. And it could be, I don't know if it's Wilbur. Wilbur is a known bear that, there's a channel on Instagram, on YouTube also that, Parliament of Owls, and he captures the best wildlife stuff from the Angeles National Forest, which is, these mountains right behind us here, so yeah, it's tagged. It has a tag, so they know him. And so there's one bear that was injured, I think, at one of the fires a while back, and his name is Wilbur. And they still get, Wilbur's still around. So yeah, man, that them SoCal bears. That's a big bear there. Anyway, uh, and we've been hearing more of these bear attacks happening in Japan, and there's been a couple fatal ones here in the states recently that they were actually tying them like possibly they were related. Oh, look, we made Diesel. You got your balloons, bro. I somehow made balloons pop up. My hand gestures there. Uh, nice little gift for Diesel. Anyone else want balloons? There's no nitrous in them, I promise. Uh yeah, that's messed up, Richard, right? Being so we people suspect that they're maybe looking for food and all that because the recent fires up there. Let's see. Where have you been? Area 50, Juanita. Oh man, sorry, Juan. After that super chat spending spree with old Davy cloned. Oh, I should probably shouldn't be reading this out loud. Yeah, feel free to send some of those donations over to Woo Reezy. Imagine that. Yeah, right. And I've heard of like who knows if it's true of like Bigfoot squatting and empty houses in like the Detroit area up in Michigan, probably on the 8 Mile. Don't worry about them caps. It's all good. Did I miss a comment though? Did I miss your all cap comment? And keep in mind that the youth use the word cap to mean lies too. So they're like, hey, you capping. Oh, that's cap. That's all cap. Means you're lying. Just a heads up for us older folk. Yeah, y'all. So we've been rocking a little more than an hour here. There's some, like I said, always some more stuff to share, but I guess we could save that for next time. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Anyone want to get, if you're on Instagram, yo, you could send me a DM. Good way to get, oh, that's the shop Instagram. Let's see. That one's, no, wait. Two of them are the shop. Where's BD's Instagram? I think that other Instagram was nothing, I think. Shop has one. So yeah, that's the shops. And you could always reach me there too. You could send a DM there. And my brother's the one who usually checks the shop's Instagram. But these are just some other ways, some other platforms. We appreciate the support. And if you're on any of these platforms, let me know because I'll definitely give you a follow. We do have a Discord as well. TikTok, I've been posting over there little TikTok remixes. You know how the AI pick your little videos and picks and it flips it for you, throws a little song. We've been doing that. It's fun. And yeah, y'all, thank you for hanging out tonight. Thank you all for coming through. And see, Brown Dreezy donation should go to you, bringing the goods. Much appreciated. Likewise, bro. It'll all come in time, right? That's what Diesel told me. Like I got some Bigfoot hair and my claws are growing. Grows fast like my hair. And no, I don't have hypertrichosis. And see, here's a cool photo of the contrails moon I got earlier tonight in Northeast Florida. Yo, you know what? I seen a green comet tonight. It was like 5:51 p.m. I was outside of the shop. It was kind of dark already, and I noticed a green comet go by. One other time I've seen that was when my grandfather passed away in Vegas, and I was in Henderson, nearby town. We were doing some things, and all this super fun, interesting stuff happened when we got the news that he passed. And then so we were walking outside of this place and I could see Vegas and this green comet went by. And I was like, "Whoa, what the heck did this green comet just come pick up grandpa?" Trip me out. And so tonight we seen it again. Yeah, have a good night everyone. We seen it again. I seen it again and then I told my brother about it and then he seen it later tonight too. So I don't know, there might be green comets flying by folks. Uh keep an eye to the skies and y'all stay blessed. Thank you again for hanging out. Let's hit our outro. And yeah, we'll keep these lives going. Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit that thumbs up because it helps us all. And you know, I always have trouble finding my outro. Here we go. Boom.